An implosion of the debt pyramid and a destruction of credit would cause a settling of price levels for everything, stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, worldwide at anywhere from 50 to 90% less than currently. The biggest difference would be that the changes would result in depression-like conditions on a scale most of us can't imagine. And the depression would likely last for years, maybe even decades. Depressed economic conditions would make life for most of us nearly unbearable. You might not have a job, or you might live in an area which experiences social unrest. Also, there could be disruptions in transportation and the orderly supply and delivery of various goods and services. After the stock market crash in October of 1929, unemployment surged and economic conditions began to deteriorate. The onset of the new year, 1930, brought newfound optimism. Banks and brokerage firms began hiring again. Confidence increased and stocks recovered. But the newfound optimism was in vain. Stocks collapsed again and the layoffs continued. Over the next 2 years, stock prices declined by more than 90%. What if something like that happened today? A similar percentage drop in the Dow Jones Industrial Average would take it from 30,000 to 3,000, a level last seen in 1991. A 30-year period of higher and higher stock prices could be wiped out in 2 short years. In addition to the stock market collapse, the unemployment rate grew to more than 25% and stayed above 20% for 8 more years. Homeless people, long lines at soup kitchens, beggars, and tent cities were obvious indications of the depressed state of the economy. Week after week, month after month, year after year, the Great Depression lingered on. These deplorable conditions were exacerbated by bank failures. People who thought they had some money safely tucked away saw their hopes and dreams dashed. Bank failures became a common threat to financial stability and security. How much more difficult would it be for us today to deal with similar events? Likely, much more difficult. We might not be able to cope with it. The next Great Depression will be much worse than the 1930s and last much longer.